What's up, Sharks? My name is Togue, and I'm from Clifton, New Jersey. I'm seeking $150,000 for 20% equity in my company. Sharks, I love to cook, and tongs are one of the best tools that I have in the kitchen. But you know what sucks? It seems I never have enough when I'm cooking or serving food. You might say, just buy more tongs. Come on, nobody wants to do that. Look at these things. They're large, they're clunky, they take up space, and every time you need them, they're buried in a sink full of dirty dishes. And that's why I invented Anytongs. It's a simple, compact tool that transforms ordinary utensils into versatile kitchen tongs. Check out how they work. You just grab any combination of forks or spoons. Insert the handles through the rubberized slot, give it a firm tug, and instant tongs. It's great because when you're working with multiple dishes, you don't have to worry about cross-contaminating food. You just detach and reload with clean ones.
That's pretty cool.
That's smart.
And when you're done, just pop them out and toss them in the wash. You got 2 spoons? Boom, now you got tongs. How about forks? Boom. Any tongs, anytime. So who's ready to assemble some tongs and grab a piece of this company?
Let's go. That was so smart. I absolutely love that. Yeah, tongs. A lot of things actually are a pain in the butt to put in the dishwasher. The giant spoon, like the giant wooden spoons or plastic spoons, things like that. Yeah, 100%. This is a great idea. Hopefully, Tog, I hope I said your name right. You got sales, you don't have a ton of debt, and you're ready to rock and roll and already have, a pretty good grasp on where to go here. So you get yourself a deal. That's good. It's awesome. I love this. Absolutely love this. Also, it's one less thing to have around, and I'm all about like multi-use, multi-purpose things versus like singular, was a unitask items. Those, not as much of a fan, because it's one and done. It's there for the one purpose. It takes up a bunch of space, and as I always say, whether it's in your life or in your business, everything has to pay its rent. It takes up space. You're paying for that space in one form or another: mortgage, rent, lease, whatever, taxes. It's taking up square footage. It needs to pay its rent in necessity or pleasure. And in the case of tongs, it takes up a lot. It does take up space. What I really love is the no cross-contamination thing. For anybody who has food allergies or anything like that, that just makes so much sense. So much sense. It goes from being tongs to serving forks or spoons. That is phenomenal. Anyway, we're going to check out Tog's website and social media at the end of this video, as well as feature one of your comments from down below. And I'm going to talk about, the Super Tank, supertank.tv. You'll see the advertisement up here in the top left of your, I'm pointing right, it's up in the left of your screen. So go to supertank.tv to check out all the details about how you can pitch me to invest in your business up to $10,000 plus.
You can make it here?
Yes, you can. Just take the handles, slide them through the rubberized slots, give it a little tug.
If it's a little bit loose, am I not doing it right?
You put it down, then you pull it up. Oh,
Yep.
Got it.
This is crazy. So how did you come up with this?
So
That's cool.
I love product design. I've been a designer, a user experience designer for over 10 years. I worked for Nintendo, AOL, I worked at Facebook, and I always wanted to design a physical product. My family's from Tibet, and we always had these parties, and I remember my mom, she always needed a lot of tongs for the different kind of dishes. She used to make tongs out of plastic utensils and tape them to clothesline pins. So that's the idea that I came up with as my first product.
It's really brilliant. It really is a
It
great
is.
idea.
And did you patent this?
No, for this V1, it wasn't worth it. So what I did was I ran a Kickstarter campaign. The original goal was $10,000. We ended up doing over $33,000, right?
Did you ship everybody their tongs?
Yep. So
And what did you sell them for, and what did it cost you to make? Landed.
those are being sold for $19.99 for one, and our most popular was a 2-pack for $24.99.
What did it cost you to make?
$2.
Look, tongs are as little as $9.99. Some
Yep.
are even cheaper than that. It's like a standard utensil. I mean, there are thousands of tongs for sale.
Definitely, and I've done the research. $19.99 was a pretty fair price. It resonated with the people on the Kickstarter. We got a lot of great feedback.
So there's no validation past Kickstarter, right?
When I started selling this on my own, I got really good with social media ads. My return on ad spend was around $1, which wasn't much. But soon after, I got that to $3. But I ran out of money, I ran out of inventory.
That doesn't make sense. With your margins, you shouldn't run out of money because you're getting paid up front because you're selling them online, and you should be able to recycle your buys.
Yeah, so this is the thing. There wasn't much inventory. So for 2021, our sales were about $7,000.
Since the Kickstarter campaign ended till now, you've only sold 7,000.
Yes, because of COVID, our manufacturer had massive problems. So at that point, I said, okay, you know what? Screw it. We're going to work on version 2. So in 2021, I spent time designing and working on version 2.
What's different? It has like a thicker, grippy handle.
A lot. One, it's using much better materials. It's more eco-friendly. It has a much more secure way of attaching utensils.
How much does that cost to make?
A little over $1 to manufacture.
That's it?
Yeah, so
Why is that one cheaper than this one?
because the production run for this would be much higher.
So you're going to just make
So you
more
were
of them.
paying for a very, very low volume price.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah. So okay, I mean, look, those are issues that we all run into when we have a great idea and we don't have the funding to make it happen, right? So to me, look, $33,000, you tripled your Kickstarter, Tog. That's awesome. I can't help but feel like that's low though. Like I thought you were gonna come back with like $100,000 to $300,000 in Kickstarter there, because it just makes sense. I mean, I'm excited about it. And I don't even really cook, but I love the idea that you can make a pair of tongs very easily. I think in the camping space, it could make sense to not have to bring extra, an extra thing of tongs and another thing to have to wash. And, especially at $1 for the cost, like, I mean, you could go down if you don't have to advertise as hard and do sales for like, $12.99 to $15 in that range. But yeah, that's tough. That's tough. And Kickstarters are really tough. Like if you haven't done a Kickstarter, one of my closest friends did a Kickstarter, and it pretty much like put him under. They raised like $70,000, and it's been a thorn in his side for years and years and years later, unfortunately. So it's very, very tough, especially if you don't do your numbers as far as like what you're given for bonuses and all that. It's not great. So be wary of just like, oh, I'll just put it up on Kickstarter and everything will be cool. Not necessarily. So be careful with that. I come on. I really want this to work out here. I don't know about for 20%. I could see like one of them want to be like, yeah, let's do like 30 or 40%. Because there's no patent on it, so it makes it really tough to protect too.
very involved in the kitchen space, the food space. You are on an interesting journey and you have a lot of enthusiasm, but I don't see much potential here at your price point. You got to make this thing so inexpensive. Certainly $19.99 is not going to work. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm out.
So something in your passion for the design isn't translating in the market. I'm not saying you can't get there, but the early signs aren't great for me. So I don't see it. I'm out.
Huh.
You know what, Todd, I think it's a genius product, but you're only 10% of the way there. Having a great product is not near enough to have a great company. As an investor, as a shark, we'd have to come in and structure a lot of that for you because you're not there full time. So for that reason, I'm out.
Hold on, Mark.
Wait. That's an interesting. Mark just said he's out there full time. I don't know if that was a slip of the editing. If Tog is not working on this full time, I guess he's not because there ain't a whole lot of money coming in at the moment. So that is tough, but it is true, right? Like when you're not that far along, you might feel like you're like much further up the mountain than you actually are. But I feel like if you get that down to $1 and you sell it for like, again, like 12, I think that, the college market, I think it would be really good for, especially like for spaces that have multiple, like dorm rooms that have multiple people living in one, like in one apartment that has a kitchen. I think, I think there's a lot of opportunity there for sure.
Anything.
I already said it, but go ahead.
Look, I'm doing this all by myself. This grind culture, right? This whole thing where you got to give up everything to start something, to do something that you always dreamed about is okay. What do they always tell you? Okay, you got to put your family in financial crisis. You got to give up seeing all your friends and family. You got to sacrifice your health and lose sleep.
Nobody says that.
Who told you that?
Nobody says that.
I don't think any of us heard that.
It's out there.
It's
and that's,
true.
That's the
You have to
message.
work
That's the
24/7.
message. I'm not saying this is easy work, but what I refuse to do is put my family in financial crisis. What I refuse to do is miss the most important
Todd,
times
that's
in my
up to you.
kid's life.
It is your company, my friend. You get to make all the choices, but it's our money. And I'm going to tell you again, I'm out.
Who says that? Gary Vee said it. He made a buttload of money and a buttload of splash by saying all about the hustle culture until somebody came out and wrote that article like saying Gary Vee is trying to kill you. No, and it's not just him. There's plenty of others. I mean, Damon's been on, done videos with Gary and all that, and good on Lori for at least sticking up for him as well, for Todd, because it's absolutely true. There's 100% hustle culture out there, and I think that there's a lot to be said for I always say, like, when the chips are down, you swing the bat, right? Like, you get the work done when it's time for it to be done, right? And for it to go. Does that mean that that every day is that day? No. Does that mean every week to every month is that month? No, it's not. You have to make the decision of what's most important to you and how you are going to make that happen. I don't know if what Tog said was the right, I don't know, platform or timing with it, but he's not wrong. You're not wrong, Tog. You absolutely are right. This is a culture that is not that. It's not great. And it absolutely, it's not for everyone. Look, my great grandfather always said, if owning a business was easy, everyone would do it. Everyone doesn't do it. It's not easy to do it. You got to make tough decisions. And sometimes those tough decisions are you stay working where you're at. With that said, this is a product that, can sell online, right? I don't think anybody's expecting Tog to go and do farmers markets with it or anything like that. Maybe some cooking shows or home shows with it every a couple times a year wouldn't hurt. Maybe meet a vendor and get your product out there, especially I think in the professional kitchen. I think this really makes a lot of sense from a cross contamination. Buy less less togs. Yeah, buy less togs. No, buy less tongs. And it makes a ton of sense. Because when in doubt, switch it out, right? You get some other forks, you get some other spoons on there, and you go about your cooking job there. So, yeah, no, Tog, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I think it's important for you to figure out where the line is for you, to do it. And Mark's not wrong either. It is their money. But to expect somebody to, sell $33,000 in Kickstarter and then have $7,000 in sales and say, "Yep, going to quit my job and we're going to, put the house up on a second mortgage or go get a home equity line of credit because this is going to be the thing that's going to absolutely go to the moon," not quite, not yet, right? I really think that the professional, you make that a professional product. I think it can make a lot of sense, but we'll see.
All right, Damon, what are you doing?
I was more interested in Tog's letting us know how to become successful. The business is not commanding enough for you to be able to put full attention there, I agree with you. You need to do the basics to keep the bills paid and the lights on for your family. Because if you don't have your family, you don't have anything. With that being said, you still got $7,000 in sales.
Well, because of the fact that there was a lot of issues, I know what.
No, man, you got 7,000 sales because you sold 7,000. You can't always externalize.
No, I'm definitely not.
This is your company. It is your responsibility. It is your job.
100%. Okay. I'm not.
Maybe you're a little early. However, this is a flyer. I'll give you $150,000 for 49%.
But you know what?
It's actually not a bad offer.
That's not a bad offer.
No.
And honestly,
a lot of
Tom,
work to do.
I think he gave you a really good offer. Mine would be worse.
And?
So therefore, I'm out. I think you should take Damon's offer.
Damon, can you do 40%?
Come on, Damon.
And you know what? Just for everyone out here, okay? Screw it. I'm going to say it, okay? What is it going to take? I'll quit. I'll focus on this 100%. I'm ready to go all in on.
Don't.
What happened to the whole speech about not putting your family at financial risk?
Well, you know what? Who the hell knew that I was going to get here in this spot right now?
But you're selling yourself out of a deal. I don't want to speak for Damon, but he made you an offer. You countered, and rather than waiting to hear what he had to say to that counter, you went off in this wild tangent about screw it.
Well, let's
Damon,
focus
what do you
on
want to
the
do?
deal.
I'm asking
You're
Damon.
trying to show your dedication.
Okay.
Exactly.
What do you want to do, Damon?
I'm glad Lori gets it, but
I'm going to stay at
that's
the
tough.
49. And the reason I'm saying at 49 is because I want you to be in control. I want you to keep your company.
what?
Damon, I love your offer, and the fact that I got one is incredible. Let's make a deal.
All right.
Good.
Let's go. All right. Ding,
Very
ding.
good, man. Very good.
It's good to see.
Muzzle time.
Congratulations.
I hope it goes through.
I said I was going to quit my job because of the fact that I got to this point, and if I didn't go all in front of the Sharks, I would regret forever. So, you know, I'm happy to be a flyer. I'll be his #1 flyer.
Yeah, let's see. Let's check out the website here. Where are we at? Anytongs. All right, so we got Shark Tank sprinkled in right there, which is great to see. And you know, of course, I love seeing faces. I want to see people using the product. Come on, show me more of that. Yeah, there we go. But you got to get further down in the page to see how to use the product. So we're still on version 1, I guess. Save 20% on a 2-pack, $20. $12.99 for a single. That's a lot closer to what I was saying, right? To get the $12.99 or I think I said $11.99 to $15. So $12 to $15 space. But I think that's really, really cool. We might have to pick up a pair of tongs. And I love seeing all this. There you go. Hands and people utilizing the product. And that's some great looking food there. What is that? Oh, is that prosciutto on is that melon? Like what's the melon? I can't think of it off the top of my head. Anyway, so it's great to see. Let's check out the social media. We got only 14 followers over on Twitter, but we got some traction going there. We got Facebook with 123 likes so far, and a little bit of traction on the newest post. Not going back. Pinterest, 6 following. We got Instagram, 357 followers, and definitely more engagement over here on Instagram. I feel like you got to get more on the TikTok. Yeah, you go 5,200 views with 99 likes total. Over on YouTube, it's 7 subscribers with 677 views. It's a video from 2 years ago. It absolutely, it definitely has a purpose. Anyway, Tog, I'd love to have you come on the show. Just drop a comment down below. Like Velvet Slime said, I've been watching your videos for a while now. I discovered your channel when you reacted to Slimy Honey. Love being a part of the super community. Well, thank you so much, Velvet Slimes. I appreciate you being a part of the super community. And the announcement that I made in my last video is all about supertank.tv. It's your opportunity to pitch me for an investment of up to $10,000 for a percentage of your business, and I will be adding to that $10,000 with a portion of the ad revenue generated on this channel. So feel free to share the videos. The more ad revenue, the more money that'll get poured into the fund. And one of the super entrepreneurs like yourself pitching me a product, a business, just go over to supertank.tv to make that happen. And in the meantime, if you need inspiration, check out one of these 2 videos over here. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Go be super. Go birds.